sector to a more competence-based learning, and many have been confused about how to go about it. But if we're looking at a 98% pass rate, maybe we should be having a different conversation. But to just clarify the confusion that is happening, I'm here with Jennifer Kalule, who is a UNEB spokesperson. Jennifer, it is a good thing that we're having this conversation. The country is up in arms. They're wondering A, B, C, D. Those were, grading systems that we used to see in the old system, of course at the upper secondary level, that is HSC, but now it is now in the new lower secondary curriculum grading system. So there's a lot of confusion. So for the parent who's watching, who does not understand what ABCD and the new grading system and what it means, and they're wondering how did their children perform, please, this is our opportunity to clarify some of this ambiguity that is surrounding the results that were released yesterday.
Thank you so much. Good morning to all our viewers out there. And first and foremost, before I get to that, as UNEB, I would like to say thank you so much to everybody who has been part of this discussion, the debate. We just love the debate. And we want to congratulate the learners, the pioneer learners, the pioneer candidates of the new curriculum for the good performance. We want to congratulate the teachers, the parents, and everybody who has been part of this process. Now, at the time of release, we have everybody discussing. And the beauty about this is that we are discussing the new curriculum, which means everybody is now on board with us. And for us, that's a very healthy debate. And we like the debate to continue with the debate. It's very healthy, and it helps us to also keep learning. By the way, even as UNEB, we did not have any other benchmark. We are learning it, so it is work in progress. So we do appreciate the debate going on. But going to what you've actually clearly asked, clarification. First and foremost, we want the country to understand and appreciate that the new assessment is a complete departure from the old curriculum. In the old curriculum, we had it was more of object-based, and then we had more as Division 1, Division 2, D1, D2. Now here we are going to the later based. Here we have A, B, C, D. Fortunately, it's not new to us, like you said. We have it at USCA level, so it's not something new completely and also. However, the assessment goals in the new curriculum are quite different. In the new curriculum, our assessment goes about promoting certain skills like innovation, skills like creativity, teamwork, critical thinking, problem solving. So we are looking at holistic assessment of a learner, the content, and then how you are able to apply the content in a real life situation. So this kind of grading was arrived at between UNEB, National Curriculum Development Center, who are the developers of the curriculum, and of course the Ministry of Education. And it was systematic, and there was a technical approach on how it was arrived at. And the whole idea is that the learner who is coming out, nobody is said to be failing in this kind of curriculum because they have certain basic competencies. They are able to communicate well. They are able to apply the knowledge acquired to do X, Y, Z. Not so much, but they are able to apply the knowledge. That is why you find that the keywords here is extraordinary level of competency, high level of competency, adequate level of competency, minimum level of competency. We are looking at how much are you able to do. So how much is the learner able to do? And this new curriculum, how it's said, it's criterion-based. In other words, you do not we want to compete against any other person. We are setting a benchmark and say our benchmark is getting to station A, or maybe getting to 20 meters or something. So if Jennifer is able to get to 10 meters or 2 meters, they are able to achieve something. So we are looking at achievement at a personal level, whereby A looks at exceptional. A is exceptional. That person who has gotten A, let's say in mathematics, in physics, in chemistry, they have exceptional level of competency.
Not to compare, but like a D1, a distinction from the old curriculum.
Yes, that's now, I don't compare them because they're kind of like a
We're just trying to make Ugandans understand.
Okay, yeah, that's okay. Yeah. So you're looking at extraordinary level of competency in applying innovatively and creatively the skills and the knowledge acquired, and they're able to use them wherever they are, maybe in a real life experience, in real life environment, in life situations, even in the employment world. And then somebody who has gotten B in a particular subject, by the way, it's by subject. So in a subject B, it demonstrates high level, then it was extraordinary. Now B is a high level, somebody may be against the benchmark still. they are able to demonstrate a high level of competency in applying the knowledge and skills acquired. Still, it's about getting the content, but how do you apply this content?
Been excellent at about
Before, it was mainly basically about the content. It was content-based. How much have you gotten against this? Now we are looking at the ability. That is why we have the school-based assessment. Let me first go through the grading. Then C, that is satisfactory. That is somebody demonstrates adequate level. They are able to do certain things. Basically, they are good enough. They are fair. Any employer would want to get somebody as long as you know they are able to express themselves, they are able to talk innovatively, they are critical thinkers, and then others you just learn on the job. So they are at C level, somebody that is able, the performance is satisfactory, and we are saying they demonstrate adequate level of competency in applying the knowledge and skills in real life situations. Now, D is the basic, where they demonstrate minimum level, the minimum really. Let's say if it was getting to 100, they can get up to 50%, and you're like, that's the minimum, that's enough really. In real life situations, they're able to, you know, to apply the knowledge acquired. Now, elementary is below the basic level, below the minimum, the basic minimum. However, it is not nothing. They are still able to apply. They still have some level of competency, though it may be slightly below the benchmark which has been set. However, what you're saying is that our learners should be able to use this, the transcripts, certificates they have in an innovative, you know, it's, the world is changing. We are looking at assessment of a holistic assessment of a learner in a dynamic environment. There are lots of changing situations. It's a global world. So we don't want to have a learner who's got like a 9 and you're saying maybe you are deeming them that they have failed, because nobody fails. We have the 20%, which is school-based, what we call continuous assessment. The teachers at school have been assessing this learner. How are they? Maybe by the time they came in S1, they weren't able to express themselves. They weren't critical thinkers. They weren't able to survive on their own. And that is why you had in the statement somebody, I think either the ED or the chairperson, saying these learners, they are very outgoing. They can survive in any environment. They are able to do research on their own. They are able to survive on their own because they've acquired skills all along for the last 4 years. And that is what we have as 20%. Now, what UNEB assesses at the end of cycle is the 80%.
The objective.
Yes, that's the content. And the idea is that no one, so even if you don't acquire out of the 80, even if somebody maybe got whatever they got out of the 80, at least out of the 20%, over the 4 years, they've been able to acquire certain basic skills, and we know that they are able to survive in an environment. So if you're supposed to jump maybe 20 meters, and then they've been able to jump just 2. Yes, it may be below the benchmark, but they're able to jump anyway. And we want to promote that kind of scenario whereby we promote the competencies that our learners have been able to attain.
Now, then we ask, wouldn't it have been better for UNEB to carry on the awareness, make the parents and the schools, the education sector, aware of this grading system, than throw it at them? Because you said even UNEB is benchmarking, because now we have all this confusion.
We are the benchmark ourselves.
Yes. Now all this confusion is because probably they didn't have this information.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying the debate is very healthy even for us. And for me, I am very happy that we are all discussing the new curriculum. It means we are going forward. Actually, nobody is discussing the old curriculum. So for us, it's a very good debate. It's a healthy debate. And we are going to go forward. We're going to try and do the sensitization. Now, can you just imagine if we had done this before the release of results? Maybe we would even never have released the results. We would have been discussing the grading instead of discussing the release of the results.
People moving forward.
And we're working so hard. Actually, I want to say the UNEB team, we've worked so hard to make sure we get there, and I want to congratulate the UNEB team and all the examiners who have been working with us. So we wanted to get here, let's release the results, and now let the discussions begin. Now we are happy that everybody is involved. It is a joint responsibility. But the main point is that we have moved from the old curriculum to the new curriculum, which is a positive thing. And what we are saying that we're talking about the holistic assessment of a learner, not just the memory or the content based, whereby somebody just you just assess somebody how much memory they can how much can they remember. Looking at the holistic assessment, are they able to use their hands to do X, Y, Z? Are they able to survive in a critical situation? If you put them in a forest, would they know how to survive? Can they think critically? Can they solve problems even in very difficult situations?
As we wind up, Jennifer,